Good morning. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Enjoying my coffee. Haven't started yet, just made my coffee. Sitting down here, opening up the charts, looking at a couple things. You know, just enjoying life. So, today, if you don't know, is March the 23rd, 2021. Wow. Almost through March already. Second round of stimulus is coming out. So many cool things are happening, right? So what we're going to do right now, so we're going to look at the watch list. We're going to look at the top gappers. We're going to look at the low down gappers. And we're going to see if there's anything out there that that looks nice, that looks like it's a trade, that looks like it has some potential to do something. We're going to look for longs, of course, because this is the best time. We're going to look for shorts, of course, because that's what we project in the future is going to happen. And we're just going to see what's here. So first off, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. This isn't really meant to give you education either, but if you do get educated through it, this is meant for entertainment purposes only. So, if you take anything you say I do here and you try to replicate it, you got to remember there's a delay with YouTube, so you're not seeing this in live time. You're seeing this like 20, 30 seconds afterwards, which is not very good because I'm trading things based upon the seconds. So it's really hard to follow me. Anyways, so let's not follow anybody. You should never follow really anyone to do a trade because most of the time they're pumping it, trying to just dump it on you. So let's not do that either. But let's get into it, all right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to pull up the gap scanner and we're going to see what's firing. So first we have BNTC. BNTC I was looking at last night, actually. I was taking it in overnight, but my overnights haven't been working out for me too much lately. The reason why I liked BNTC is because it had a super low float, which is nice. It had 4 million float. Insider wasn't very much, but it did have only a 13 million market cap. So the reason I didn't take it over long last night, because it didn't have a real news catalyst. There was not like a thing that why the stock had jumped up so much. So I don't like that either. So I was like, sorry, this is the wrong one. BNTC. So there was zero news on it, and I didn't like that. So I was like, that's why I'm not taking this thing long overnight, because I've seen these things take it overnight and it drops down $1 by the next morning, and then you're just automatically out of money before you even get started. So I didn't do that. And then I come in this morning and I sit down and I pull it up and I'm like, okay, so I said no at the $4 long and now it's at $6. I'm still saying no. So let's pull it back to see what we got. It's a company since 2015 that has had blue skies up here around 143. It's been traded before with my old colors, so I gotta remove the old colors. But what we see here is we have mass consolidation in this zone to this zone. We have, once it broke out of 6 in the next channel, and then it goes up into the next channel, which is room kind of till 919. Not really though. And then you see last year it did some moves in May. But most of the time when it comes up to this $12, $13 area, it's failing, right? So let's mark the highest one, which is right there. $13 area, it's all dropping down. So what we're going to see now with the price currently trailing around $7 is they're going to be fighting out this smaller stuff in October, which is not much volume. It's only like 1 million shares, 2 million shares of volume. We got 4 million shares in the day so far, so that's a good sign. It's moving in the right direction. I love good coffee. Do you like good coffee? So, yeah, the bottom support at this point potentially is this 560 level, which looks about right. So, in order for me to short it, I really would like it around 9, maybe even 12. You're asking, well, why don't you take it long then? Well, because I don't have high hopes that it's actually going to do that. I mean, if nothing else shows up in the market, then yeah, it's possible. So that's BNTC. Let me open another chart, another window, as we're looking at these lines and see what potentially we're thinking it's going to do. And based upon that, we can get a better plan together. When our boy Yunsky gets on here and starts to talk about what he sees. Of course, it's number one gapper, so I don't like that. I already know that it's going to be crowded and a problem. So, I'm not a big fan of rushing into this one. Really would like y'all to trade this yourselves and get cray on it, and then I'll touch it. Yeah, okay. So you can look here on the 5 minute, and you can see how it's really going with those lines, right? So 587, which is a little bit higher than it is now. It's like 560, and then you have the breakout from 451. 13 is all the way up there, which is the old line that I have marked out. And we really need to we just need to see what happens on it. You see what happens on it. Moving on. Next on the gap scanners is SNMP. SNMP. What do we got? We got news on it. Washington State project. Commitment. So we got a contract on it, and then we have a Texas Form 4 beneficiary held by this person. Ward owns 870,000 shares. Wow. Well, SNMP is spiking as we speak about it. We're going to look at its fundies. Not its undies, its fundies. SNMP just took the number one spot above BNTC. BNTC took the number one spot back. They're fighting back and forth. So SNMP's got a 17 million float, 12% insider, and 16 million market cap. So, oh, no, want to minimize. I believe we've traded this before. Yeah, it hasn't really done much of anything in a very long time. So, I don't see it getting too high. It could just be dropping like a rock pretty quickly. So we'll go ahead and just map some stuff out on it. I don't think it's one of those big stocks that can really take off. I think it has too many problems associated to it. Probably like this back in the beginning of 2019 when it just took a nosedive off of 8 and just slid its way down to 2, and it was done for life, basically, for a year. If anybody's holding that long, it'd be hard to get it up there. So you had this small little parabolic move that stuck it up, and what's going on here? Yeah, I want to look at this one too. Let's put it over here. SNMP. It's only got 1 million shares of volume. And it's going back down already. So, I don't think so. Next on the list is going to be a more expensive stock, ORMP. ORMP has come up from where you at 11, touched 20, it doubled in value. That's a nice thing to see. So that means it has range. Let's see what its float is. ORMP. Float is 24 million. Market cap is 290 million. Whoa. That's pretty big. It has news to joint venture develop oral vaccines. You ever read these news articles and you're just like, what are you talking about? ORMP Pharmaceuticals is a clinical stage company. It's a clinical stage marked pharmaceutical company focused on development of oral drug delivery. But it reaches a 25% randomization in the world's first phase 3 oral insulin study conducted under FDA approval. So they really are doing insulin studies, but now they're going to do COVID studies also. Okay, this catalyst sounds like it's trash. Let's see if it's a good short. Well, it's a whippy one, isn't it? It's not a clean chart, like, at all. It's not a clean up and a clean down. It's usually a multi-day runner, but this was on a multi-day run, and now it's kind of back to that high number of where it goes to. So let's do this. This is really yucky. I can't really see. No, I need to zoom in on this one. Look at that valley. Oh, okay. So that needs to be marked out. And then the peak needs to be marked out. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, let's see how that matches up to the daily. What do we got? What do we got on this intraday movements? We got the 14 here. We got a double, triple, quadruple top at 17. And we have the PM highs at $20. $20 matches up nicely with that. 17 matches nicely with this. And of course you have nothing down here. So we're gonna need range, we're gonna need a bounce, we're gonna need something, because this is just not a chart really worth looking at in deep detail. Moving on, next on the list is CJJD. CJJD is a pretty cheap stock. It's gapped up 60 cents and it's back down already. Back to half its losses. Let's look. It has no news, low hopes for anything at this today. Then we shall jump over to here and see this and what will go its way. 32 million, 45 million. I don't think so. We're not gonna map it out because it's just not in our warehouse. What's the next one we got today to look at? We're going to look at PED. Ooh. PED adds $1.9 million through sale of non-core assets. Super cool. So they got another $1 million. What they sell? They sold some stuff. They sold some land for $6,000 an acre. Wow. Okay. So they sold some stuff. It's not good for long-term income, but it is good for short-term income. Do they need it? Oh yeah, they need it. 15 million float, 118 million market cap. Had this big day back in February. If you don't remember that, we can look at that real quick. There are ones that pop and drop as well. It's like that song, Pop and Droppers, and they have a history of nothingness. So, kind of could do something with this news. I mean, that's better than no news for sure. 310 is kind of like that pivot spot. Well, it looks like they keep on dropping shares or something. It's kind of strange. It doesn't like getting up there, but you see this daily, monthly run. It does, but there's not much volume anywhere. Like anywhere. This is 45 million volume, right? So it's just not much. So what do we got? What are we trailing at now? We're trailing at $1.74, or it's a good long location actually. I like this for a good long location. S&P is moving higher on that breakout. Very nice. Good job, S&P. Get up higher so I can be interested in you. And BNTC ran into a wall at 850, and now it's just selling off down. Probably because S&P is cheaper and buyers can have more shares over there. Hopefully it can move faster. So, next, hold on 1 second for me. So, PED, not PDT. PED is it's on the watch list. And let's look at YVR. I traded this last week. There's the direct offering that I knew was coming. Yesterday, they dropped 1.8 million shares at $3.75 a share. So, if you remember, YVR was a trade we did last week, right here. And they did an offering, which doesn't make sense that the stock would go up. Typically, when you do an offering, your stock drops down. So weird. Pretty weird. Let's map it out on the 5-minute because we already know the daily from last week. So we didn't like to go 6 again. Yeah, same thing I did last time. 460 is an interesting spot. Yeah, 460 inches spot from the last time. So we could find support there. But because it was a direct offering, the float is increased, therefore causing it to not move as fast. Okay. There is so much going on this morning, y'all, that you got to stay laser focused on what's happening. Everything has some type of volume in it, which is crazy. This is a hotter market for sure. Got to stay focused on what is going down and what can possibly happen. So next one I want to look up is yesterday's play, SPRT. They released the same news again this morning, recycling, that they're going to right here. It's part of the deal. Another company acquired 3.9 million shares of the float. So that's important to know because that made the float smaller. The float was already 15 million, so if you give somebody 3 million shares, then that's well, we know that both these companies are doo-doos, so well, this is on watch. This is on watch for today. So support's on watch again for another short to see what it does if it gaps up. Support's on watch for, I don't know, it's technically a second green day still. It's still 7%. Gapped up. Let me put 7% gapped up. I don't know, you can see it's just kind of holding the same consolidation line that it was. So it's just formed this nice pocket of consolidation from everybody that traded it yesterday. So a panic sell-off would probably spark the tension for people to stop trading it. But it's still holding very nicely here. Very nicely, very nicely. Was red on the day yesterday. Barely. Barely red on the day. Pattern is this overextendedness. Let's go back to BNTC real quick. Let's see. Remember, I didn't like this long at 7, and now look. And now look, it's at 8. I was like, nah, I don't want to take this long at 7. I don't like this. I don't want to go this. And now it's at $8. If you took that long, good job. There's no news on it. Playing with fire. I don't want to play with fire. I don't want to get burned. I'm trying to make money. So, really thinking this is setting up some people to get burned today. Has a lot of volume. I need my friend. I'm gonna message somebody real quick. All right, so we have about 9 minutes where we could see something spectacular because it'll be 7:30. Most of the time we're going to see the spectacularness at the hour, like on the hours. except for when the bell rings, obviously. So I'm looking at BNTC, and it's just going to keep going, which is indicative of a low float and gamblers on it. So when you see those two things happening, you can gamble on it and take a trade. And right now you're risking this double top at 850. Pretty hardcore double top. If it breaks out of there, nope. Well, those are some clear signs. Those are some way clear signs. So, if you didn't pay attention to what just happened, it ran up into that double quad top at 850 and sold off. The low point down there was 779. That was a 60-cent drop that happened. Look at that 10-second chart. In 10 seconds. Like literally with the sound effect and everything. So, we saw that. Not many other traders saw that. So you know what's going to happen now, right? We're going to get this consolidation band probably. It's probably going to consolidate the rest of the morning now. Just like we've been seeing. And at the bell, let's just go ahead and see and mark it out. Because if so, we now know that there's something yucky up there at 850. And if everybody else wasn't paying attention when they start trading this here in the next 30 minutes, they're going to try to take it back up. So the shorts get squeezed because the early shorts got in there. But we'll just be waiting. We'll be waiting for the bell. Because something's going on at 850. What is going on at 850? Let's find something is going on at 850. Nope. Kind of. 850 is here, okay? So if 850 is here on this crazy dark blue line, what do you see? See consolidation for all of May was about there. See the top from June to July was there. I see it holding under that line, then barely touching it in August, September. Before then, same type of deal. Yep. Well, it looks like that 850 is going to be a key level. If we consolidate it up here and we don't break it, this could be a phenomenal short. Could be. But because it's 151% gapped up and it's the top of the gap scanner, the chances and the odds of that are drastically decreasing. Gotta understand some of these things. All right. Now I'm gonna do something different. I had this revelation last night, and hopefully David's watching. It's just weird thoughts that I have sometimes, David. We look at the top gap up scanners and what to short, right? Because that's where volume is. That's where the people are. Because that's where the longs are at. So we're looking at that on a short opportunity. But why don't we look at the top downers, not gappers, but downers? Isn't that where they're selling off anyways? I don't know. I don't have much data tracking on that, but I'm just wondering if we look at the top percentage gap downs and we see things with volume, what happens on a bounce of those at the bell? It sets more range to then fire downwards. I don't know. I've been having this thought recently because I'm seeing things that could be possible that aren't possible or aren't being traded. So I'm gonna look at a couple of them, just see. Like, of course, there's obviously those patterns that are like dead cat bounce, and these just look really gross too. Like, these are like bad patterns. Oh my gosh, look at this. What do you even do when you see something like this? What? 36 to 13? Oh, that hurts my heart. What happened? Oh, wow. Its phase run trial failed. Ooh. Oh, wow. They were trying to make people hear. So they were trying to make people hear, and during the test and the study, there was no difference between the placebo, which is like the fake stuff, and the actual drug. People would get it injected into their ears and different types of regimens and treatments. And the placebo people did surprisingly well on the hearing test, showing an unexpected apparent level of hearing benefit. So just by believing that they could hear, they heard better. That's insane. That's not good. That's not good. So this freak company, Frequency, just failed. Just created new lows. Like, literally, what's it down to? $11? Whoa. Whoa. That is terrible. Like, that is terrible. What is the float on it? Float is 26 million with a market cap of 1.25 billion. Holy. And they fail. Oh my gosh. How would you even play this? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, obviously it's a play of some sort. It could be a dead cat bounce, because look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The sound effects have to be here. That is gross. Gross trade. I don't even, like, what do you even do? If you were short this, you just made $20 a share. What? If you were long this, you just lost $20 a share. Oh, 60%. It's still going lower? Come on. At some point, this has to stop, right? At some point. This is the 1 minute, too. Look at this. Like, what do you... Ah, man. Oh, they took the float away. That's why it's so light volume. So this would probably do a dead cat bounce. I don't have any experience trading that ticker, but it'll probably be a long once it finds its bottom. It'll probably be a long down here for, I don't know, a little bit. That's just too much of a drastic sell-off. Like it's a really crazy drastic sell-off. I just don't have much experience playing the dead cat bounces. Let's post this to somewhere else so the miners can look at it. We'll just say that. They should know what that means. I'm going to go to our chat room real quick, and I'm going to say at everyone, example of a dead cat bounce possible strat equals ticker symbol FREQ. Bad news for the company was released, saying it dropping down. Okay, well, sorry about your freak. Get it? What else is kind of low on the gap scatter? Is HOFV. I wanted to look at this one. This one was a play from yesterday. It's been in a multi-day run for a couple of days that never cracked through its 864 support. This one I think I like more for today because it is red on the day so far, so it needs a little bit of a gap back up to 520, just like it was running into yesterday, and then it could be a short if we get a panic sell-off down to 470. There's no new news on it today, and volume is barely 1 million. So we'd have to see the million shares. We have to see the volume pick up. What am I saying? I'm not using size. I'm not going to go big on that thing. So volume's okay with me. You only really need volume when you're impatient in a trade and you have a lot of shares. If you have smaller shares and you can see that the pattern is literally breaking down in front of your eyes, then it's a safer trade. But the range is not really there either. That's why I need to go up more. The range, technically, I would like to see is $4. But in order to get to $4, come on, music, where are you doing? There we go. To get to the $4 range of that pre-market low, we have to create a panic because there's a lot of bag holders sitting in this stock. So there is a lot going on today. Like, there is a lot going on today. Got to jump back and forth between these. We have yesterday's plays that didn't fully finish out. They probably finish today or tomorrow. We have new, fresh plays that are hitting the scans and things are popping up all over the place. We have a brand new ticker that's showing up early, PSTV. What are you doing, PSTV? Look at this parabolic action on the 10-second. Just, geez, these people are just buying out the bid and just sending it straight to the moon. And it runs straight into a wall for daily level. Apply to all. Come on. Come down. See? Straight into a wall. Huge resistance levels. Huge stuff. And then it just kind of just shrug and you're like, whatever. Again, a 4.5 million share float. And it has news. See, when you got so many things like this that are just there, out there and showing, you can't rush into any of them. You got to really define your strategy down into what you want to trade. There's so much volume today that's spread out. The past 3 days, we've had it really focused. We've had a lot of focused volume on the main gappers. And yes, we still have the main gappers, obviously, with big volume. But you're seeing things, a lot of things in the hundreds of thousands of volume. You're seeing second day plays that are potentially in the millions. Like a FOHV, yesterday's play is 730,000. Support SPRT, 1.7 million. YVR, 2.2 million. Like, you got your, like, those aren't fresh plays. That's like day old, couple day old plays. Those are potentially on watch again. Like when you have this much stuff going on, the longs can't keep up. So when you create your plans, you got to pay attention to where they are and where they jump from. So when they're jumping from stock to stock to stock to the stock, they're literally just trying to short squeeze at that point. So if you were early in a trade or you didn't plan your trade properly with the right entries and the right exits, they're pushing your stop. The reason they push your stop is because that's how they get paid. So you can either have diamond balls, which I don't suggest. I suggest you plan better. You plan better and you anticipate better and you use them as an indicator to know if you're shorting this or if you're going long. All of these that I'm looking at are overextended for me to go long. I see more downside right now than I see upside. But I'm not shorting any of these pre-market because all of these will probably be a play today at some point for the longs that like to get around and squeeze people out. Like there is so much to watch that it's gonna be an interesting morning. Borrow fees are gonna be expensive because you're gonna have to locate these even if you don't play them. Well, I am, and not you. Yeah, see, then you gotta think of it. You're gonna stick with the second day plays, not the fresh ones, or you're gonna stick with the fresh plays, where the attention's at. Are you gonna stick with news or non-news? So we got this. You know what? We didn't even check the actual mass lie network. So let's check out what they're saying. 10 killed in mass shooting grocery store. That's unfortunate. Sydney argues something election crap still. Concerned about some vaccine. Trump has an army. Seventh mass shooting in the past 7 days. Looks like they're going to go after guns again. Here comes $3 gas. No idea. Okay, nothing there. It's talking about more bad stuff. This is why I don't read the news, y'all. Everyone's just angry. Alright, so you guys are all angry. What's CNBC say? We got some vaccine. Nope, not supporting y'all. Energy people. Tesla whistleblower. Tesla's got our whistleblower? Stupid. Pension funds, Microsoft. Pfizer's doing some new vaccine again. Putin to get the vaccine. Who cares? Like what? There's a bunch of noise, huh? Let's now go to the BBC. What is the world on doing today? Oh, look, America made the BBC also. Can we have... No? Okay. That's terrible. Afghanistan, it's terrible, man. Just killing people for no reason. Ugh. Race car driver. Sports stuff. Estonia's. Okay. So basically, from skimming the news, we got nothing going on. Nothing going on, so that means people are focused on the market. Super good. Super good. Super good. See? Bottom of this range is 758. This is good. This is BNTC again. BNTC is holding close to the 758 range, which we know the top was 850. So at the bell, I'm expecting to test again of that and to fail because there is no news. If there was news, maybe not. So should break down this consolidation zone, go under VWAP, touch VWAP, and stay around a hit there. If there's no news catalyst else in 17 minutes at 8 o'clock, this will still be a play for the day. If there is something else that comes up, this is not a play for the day anymore, and this will continue to fade off. Not locating yet. I don't want to be tempted to play it pre-market. My other one that I like a lot, YVR. Why do I like YVR? Because it had news of a direct offering, so its floats increase, so it shouldn't be expensive. It should be cheap. It's an NFT. YVR is an NFT play, by the way. So that's kind of my thought on that. They did a direct offering, bouncing off of the high of day from 2 days ago, which is not a good place to call support. So obviously this is a noob in here. So I'm expecting it to go up and short it down. That's what I'm hoping for. SPRT. Again, the news yesterday was boo-boo sauce. The consolidating sideways. I'm going to look at this as a short if it can spike and test highs again. And then a panic sell-off. Most of the volume was done right around the 770.38 number. So we're currently at 740. So just a little bit of a doo-doo-doo will cause it to flush. My next one I'm looking at, I was looking at this for a little bit to see what it was going to do. It's holding pretty close to the top of this VWAP. Along here, this is the problem. So the reason why I haven't taken a trade on this, because your support line is at 217 and your profit target could be at 3. So hanging out right here in the middle, you're looking at a 50 cent down, 50 cent up. It's not worth the trade in my opinion. It's not a one-to-one trade on a $2 stock. It's not stupid. It's not even good trade. So I don't take that trade. What else was I looking at? Oh yeah, HOFV. HOFV, yesterday's play spiked up to 589. Consolidated right around 524 most of the day. We're going to move it up to 535. Still hanging out at consolidation point on the bottom. So you're in again another band of consolidation. So we need a little spike on this to 535 to get those buyers to be able to break even and sell off, and then it'll flush down. Potential target is 4, so I'd like a $1.30 move on this, which is why I would like it above 530. So that's more of a play than SNMP is, so he gets to get second priority to this thing. FOFB, SNMP is just, it's too cheap. I mean, I have to take a lot of shares to get some good range on it. If I miss my shot, then it's not worth it. What else? Anything else going on? Because I want to go make some breakfast. No, we got 13 minutes. Okay, we got 13 minutes. I am going to go make some breakfast real quick, some avocado toast, and then come back down and see what's going on here. If you see anything, drop it in the comments. Oh, David's saying something in the comments. I'm sorry, man. That was floating up. There you go. I'm sorry, David. All right. Diamond balls. Okay, I caught up on the messages now. 20 million float rotation on my VR. Got it. Talking to you about BNTC real quick. All right. So BNTC first has no news. So it has no catalyst. So it means it's on the gap scanner. It's gapped up a whole ton, 142%, but there's no reason for it to do that. The only reason for that it does that is because someone purchased the float out. They just bought it and they took the price up. So now anything that's there, they're just buying it up again. I looked at this last night and I didn't take the trade on it because I was like, there's no news. There's no reason this should be up. This could just die as quickly as it rose. But I was wrong. It gapped up again. They gapped it up again. And then it consolidated all morning. And then right when I was looking at it, I was like, this is stupid. I'm not going to take this long. And it longed even again. So it gapped up again. So I'm sitting here looking at myself like I'm an idiot because I could have taken this trade last night with, let's say, 2,000 shares. Let's just give a number out there. And I would have made, well, probably would have sold it here because that was make sense at $3 a share profit times 2,000 would have been $6,000. But I didn't do that. So it's not any point in looking at it in regrets because it's just not any good. So now I'm looking at this like, okay, well, it ran into this massive raw at 850. There's a quadruple top on the 1 minute at 850, so it has to break out of there. And it has a solid support line right here of 760. It's forming this consolidation. So it's got $1 right now. It's kind of setting up consolidation-wise. I expect it to go down a little bit under VWAP and then come back up. The only reason it will come back up is that there's nothing else that fires on the gap scanner in the next 10 minutes, which would be a good thing for this stock. Because then investors are going to like it. Traders are going to like it. They're going to come over here and trade it. But if it doesn't recover, it's just a slow fade back down to where it started. And the only good entry would be a potential bounce into it. So there is no news, which means longs aren't going to really want to hold it overnight because it's more of a risk of a offering or something happening that's obvious. But I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it to see if it's going to snap that 853 mark because 850 was a mass consolidation. If it does, I can see it go to 920. And if it goes to 920, that would be a nice little pop and fail back down to, 5, 6, something around there. $6 probably. $3 range on that. You can wait and catch the backside, not have to rush into it. Those are the trades that I like. It's like, let's just put some size on this because I don't have to rush, right? Same time you're looking at, you can see other things happening like YVR, right? YVR just ran up there, got rejected, it's coming back down. So you could have taken a long off that support and taken it up and got 40, 50 cents on it. Now you could have taken it short and risked again, but your risk at this time is higher than your potential profit. Because if it ran all the way up here, then you could risk this to come back down, but it's not a trade right now, in my opinion. All right, so I am going to put a BNTC. I'm going to make my toast, avocado toast, that is. And I will be right back. I'm going to probably just leave the chart screen open. I think there's music on it. All right, I've decided to come back and sit down. Done that with my avocado toast. We have a new one popping up. If you feel all you Star Wars fans out there, Hoth has decided to come to battle. So what can Hoth take over? Hoth is probably beating out SNMP, it looks like. It's going to run into resistance at 350. Hoth has tried this same thing before, and they can't get above it. They're just having too much struggles up there at the 350 mark, and it's running into it again. You can see it. It's going to power up there, and it thinks it's going to power up and explode. But we know that it's not going to. Looks like Yunski's in the chat. Good morning, Yunski. We have 2 likes on this video so far. Thank you very much for the likes. I hope you like avocado toast, because that's what I'm about to partake in as we watch these stocks for a little bit. Avocado toast. I don't think we're going to see 350 over here on Hoth. We got some other people talking about Hoth. They're trying to pump it by saying it's good news. It's not good news. Let's read the news. Vitro data demonstrating antiviral activity Well, sounds like they need money. Let's see if they're burning money. They are burning money. What do we got? We got a 7 million float with 50 million market cap. And they're burning about 7 million a day. 7 million a year, I'm sorry. So they need money. I know you guys see that. All right. All right. Breakfast is done. Water is ready. Sun's coming up. Let's focus down. Hoth is the newest to show up. Hoth has news. BNTC doesn't. BNTC still holding that nice little range like I talked about. Bunch of impatient traders are out there today. Let's see if this did anything in the past couple minutes. No, it's holding down the bottom, so now you have a bottom to risk off of. You wanted to even try the dead cat bounce play. You're risking 883 for a 1213 pop at 10, so you got $2 plus or minus. Same thing we always see. Not for me. Not for me. Let's see what our other friends did. I have a feeling that we're going to sideways consolidate today on this one. Yeah. And then this one is also. Your volume on all three of those, so technically that could be a play. Look at what Hoth just did. Hoth just jumped. Hoth jumped. You can see it here. Obviously see it there. See it there. You know, let's play with these charts real quick. Let's try to figure out how to get my candlesticks back. Well, it's not showing it. It's not really changing anything, is it? Well, I'm still trying to figure this out to get my wicks back, and I mean, that's not too terrible. At least I can see. At least I can kind of see it better now, but I'm not still a big fan of. Nope, that wasn't good. Let's not do that one. Nope, don't like bars. Don't like that. I like my candles, man. Why can it not? Hekinashis, I read about those. Hekinashis were very interesting. I like my candles. But they're just not appearing right anymore. Like, it's thin. I don't know why it's so thin. It should be a little bit thicker, right? Like, it should be like thick. I don't know. Very weird. But at least we figured out how to get those white lines back. To me, good morning. Good morning, Zach. Welcome to chat. Let's see if I can apply this over here too, just to get. I think that's it. Yeah, that's good. Oh, the gray's pretty. Let's do that over here too. This one. I like the gray pretty. It's prettier. There we go. Yeah. Super good. And then this one we definitely need the wicks. Yep. Oh, so much better. Oh, so much better, y'all. These wicks. Oh. I don't need them on the 10 second. I just need them on the others. But it's still kind of small for my liking. So we're going to talk about real quick what we're going to do. So what do we got? We got 8:30 in the morning. Almost 8:30 in the morning. First, we like BNTC. Why do we like BNTC? Well, so it gapped up after hours, gapped up pre-market, gapped up next bell cycle, and now it's holding here in this consolidation zone. It's pretty cool. So no news on it. Float's kind of low. Float's good, the good low, not like the crazy baby low, but the good low for a good short position. So obviously, you should be able to see where the short is on this right here, and you should be able to see where the range is going to go on this one. Not top priority though. It's not top priority. Do you know why it's not top priority? Because we first had this yesterday that did some stuff and hasn't really broken down yet, so we want to finish this off. This had some news on combining itself, merger news, weird things, but then the merger didn't, like there was a lawsuit in the afternoon. yeah, merger investigation news at 8:30, smashed it down, took that last trade and was done. So, you know what's going to happen. I mean, I hope you do, and I hope that happens. But if it doesn't happen, then we'll move on. So next on the watch list is YVR. YVR was also another pretty big mover past couple of weeks. It's been moving upwards. And yesterday it just had this afternoon spike that just soared up, and then it kept going and touched 6 and then it came back down. Well, here's the news. They finished the direct offering of $6 million of shares. So 6 million. Oh, what was the price point? Let me find the better one I can read. $3.35 per share. So $3.35 per share divided by $6 million is $2 million, right? Roughly, right? So roughly 2 million float increased on YVR, and the float was already 8 million. So now we got up to about a 10 million float with a 41 million market cap. So I don't know why this raised. Doesn't make sense to me why it raised. So it's on watch for short too. The news catalyst is kind of more bearish than it is for bullish, which is cool. Then HOFV. HOFV I watched also. Another mover from yesterday. It's been a mover from the past couple days, actually. And it's just consolidated in the afternoon. And now it's at the bottom of this consolidation zone, which is yesterday's lows. So what are we looking at? Looking for a bounce. Obviously, we want to test those. We want to test that high day yesterday. We want to test the pre-market highs. We want to see what is going on. Again, no news on it. It's cool stuff, right? Let's go look at HOFV. We were looking at HOFV a second ago. HOFV had some pre-clinical result noise. And, well, what you see is it's behaving very nicely according to the daily levels. So 322 is a daily level. 295, 288, they're all daily levels. We're going to take the 288 out because that's not too beneficial to us, and keep the 271 in just in case, because it's really tying into this 1 minute nicely. The 288 is also, but because it's so close in relation, we can just keep it as a 295 and move that up to a little bit. 297. Obviously the bottom band here is that. Pre-market highs are sitting at there, 364. So what I'm looking at on this one is I'm just looking to see what everybody does. Not really too interested in this, to be honest with you. Too much volume. Only 40% gapped up. It can squeeze and go higher. How high can it go? I mean, 425. 420 play could be potential this, but it is a Tuesday, so it may not work. So I'm not too amped. It did do its sell-off, stair-step down pattern from the top, so it does have the more riskier side for potentially a short, but I don't know. Leading secondary gapper is S&MP. S&P's got some, I don't even know, news. They're always a company that spikes up and then drops down. Always. Like, I've never seen this one just continually go. Look at this. This goes all the way to $520 back in 2009. Come on, y'all. 11-year-old company. Give it up. Change the name. Get a new chart. You're obviously not. You're just split. It goes up to 12. A year later, which is roughly what that is, October to October. A year later, starts selling off again. So this could potentially be another reverse split right here coming up soon, because you've been in the dirt for too long. Maybe in October 2019, October, 2020 October. Didn't do much because COVID. So I would say whatever's like, I don't know. I'm just not interested. Not interested. Selling down too fast. This is not a fun play. PSTV was also on this thing. Not really interested in that either. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry. So I'm not really interested in that one. PSTV, same thing, same type of deal. It's just it's sold off way too much. Down here at 330. The high, like this morning's pre-market high, was already up here at 508. So it's got a long way to go before it can get back into the play field. So I don't know, not very much. We have a new one showing up on scans, AESE. Let's check it out real quick. Esports teams, professional, featuring live animated casters. What? CFO's got mo-capped shoutcasters for esports. Okay. I've traded this before. Obviously, you can tell from all my lines. I've traded this before. Let's see. What is all that mess, though? Come on. Load, please. There it is. Right here. All this mess. Just delete all this mess. There we go. I gotta take it off this chart too? Come on, really? Can't just take it off of one chart? Super annoying. Okay. I don't know what you're doing on showing up over here. Did an update and a lot of the charting and stuff totally got messed up. So I don't know what is all happening with these lines. Some of them you can't trust, so I have to kind of retest them and relook at them real quick. Woo, that was a solid stuff, and then it did nothing. All right, so we have been down in the dumps for quite some time with AESE. I traded this, I don't remember. It was last year. I traded this one probably in October on this mark up here. I feel like this makes more sense for me to trade that. I don't see myself trading that bounce or this bounce because it was just too cheap. So my line's still valid. Let's look. That one should go there. That one's still good for that. That one moves down to there. Nope, we put the green in there. It's hard to map this out because there's so much just nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a downward trend, so it's not really like a bounce happened until right there. I guess you can kind of classify that like right over 6, which is a little bit higher than that, which was 6. All right. Check this out real quick. BNTC, by the way, is failing back down to 7. This is a good thing. It's a good thing. So it's not overextended. When it was overextended, then we had an issue. This is good. Is it catching anything down here? I'm back on AESE now, trying to see 72, kind of close to that daily level there. So we could see AESE showing up to do some stuff. SPRT had a little bit of a curl up off of there, off of the $7 mark, which is nice. That was support in the $7 mark. So we got We got lots of potential today, y'all. Whole bunch of potential. Shorts and longs, whole bunch of potential. If this wasn't so expensive on BNTC, I'd take a long here. Expecting 780 after the bell. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, if it gets above 780, that's going to be a blessing, but I don't think it will. I think we're going to probably even go down to test 660, to be honest with you, before we come back up after the bell. 780 has a nice, where is it at? Right there. Right there. Oh, come on. Give me my line back. Right there. Oh, 790 on this chart. My other chart was showing me 780. But I'll respect the 790 more than I will the 780, obviously. And take a starter at 780. But I'll probably just wait for that 790. No, I want to take a starter at 780. So, waiting to see what's happening on this one. Obviously, this is on my watch list. I don't really need this mapped out down here. Or I kind of do, because when you zoom out, you can see that the range is like incredible if it does start doing that. So that'd be cool. It is curling off the 7. YVR is curling off that. Okay. What are we doing here? So YVR has come back up to the VWAP at 5 here, which is very interesting because it didn't test its current low, which the current low was 450. So we didn't break that. So we have a 450 support down there and a $5 kind of a VWAP target. But like I was telling you earlier on this range here, you could potentially buy off of this level to risk going up to 6. The news is weird. Like, I don't see it why it's spiked because of this news. So that's possible. Yeah, I don't see how that would be possible, but it could. It's not top of gap scanner, so it would have to hit the high of day momentum scanner, and it would have to get a bunch of volume to fire the other scanners off. All right. Man, I'm just excited. Can't wait for my boy Yunsky to show up so we can start talking about these. He's probably listening right now. Need some of his focused advice. I'm seeing too many things, and when I see too many things, I can burn too many different locate fees for unnecessarily reasons. But I'm seeing this big potential today. I just don't know where to focus the majority of the shares today. So obviously the leading gapper is BNTC, right? Obviously this is the one that's going to have the most attention on it. But there's no news. Like, that's the scary part. It's like, why is there no news? Look at T-Cat. Look at T-Cat go. Blue skies and just keep on going. High of day. All-time highs again. Look at this. This was a nothing stock. This was a $3 stock 2 weeks ago. And it's just NFTs. NFTs is what's pushing it. 845. Anything else showing up? Yeah, here's the one. BLFS. Oh, this is a revenue play and an FDA play. So double news good, make better jumps. Bank of California with a C, not a K. Snaps up Pacific Mechanitile Bancorp for $9 a share. Interesting. But this is the cool thing. Look at this. Remember I said you could have done that long down there? Yep, it would have worked. 7 up to 750. It's 50 cents. It's 50 cents. Look at my crazy hair. I should probably get it cut, but then I would have to go get it cut, and I don't want to have to get it cut because then I'd have to get it cut. So I just maybe put some more water in it, dump some more, put a hat on. I don't know. Let's comb it back some. T-Cat is nuts, right, Victoria? T-Cat is seriously nutso. It's just gonna keep going. I mean, technically, you could have taken a long on it yesterday. Hindsight's 2020. I don't like. Someone's got the greed bug. Like, someone's got a lot of greed bug in them to continually trade this thing. If someone's trying to short it, somebody's being super dupes greedy. Who's over here talking? What's going on? How do you keep analyzing bad to ba. Okay, who's talking over here? I see you. Zach, are you still in chat? On YouTube? Look at this recovery, y'all. HOFV. Look at that. Look at that. Bounce off of that 86 level. Back up here to 510. That range is like so tight. Like so tight. It's just not. It's not a trade. I see you in Discord chat. I can't jump over right now because I don't know how to put that headset on. But I see you. I see you. Thank you. No lag this morning. No lag. Execution or typing correct would be good also. Oh, you're going to be here the whole time hanging out? Super cool, man. If you see any quick little video clips that may make sense to just chop and edit, do a little chippy chop. That'd be dope. What is this line? Why is the VWAP back there and the VWAP up here? That's weird. I don't know what that is. But I will tell you the BNTC is climbing off of that. That's a good little run off that $7 whole dollar. A $7 whole dollar climb. Look at that. It's a steady little pace. It's like, yeah, we're just going to keep going up here. With no news. It's just going to keep going. To where? I have a target. I have a target. Not for long. Just I have a target just for it in general. I'm going to mark it as a different color so I know that that is target. If this 780 hits pre-market, then it's not a target anymore for me. I originally wanted to start the short at 780, but not in the pre-market. It's too early. It's too early. Support is holding support very nicely. Kind of like Huge when it did that huge move back in the day. Back in the day when I was a boy, couple months ago, couple weeks, not that long ago. It's funny when you trade so many different tickers, how quickly time moves, and you forget like, oh, that was ages ago. No, that was last month. Like, really? Yeah, I feel like that was like last year. I know. Really want some tea. This water's not kicking it for me. Hey, can someone make me some tea? No? All right, let me know, Zach, when you're ready to start recording. And I can start chopping the pieces. Go back to this one for a second. Oh my gosh. This is yuck. This is a yuck trade. $1.82 a share right now. It was at 309 S&MP, and you're still taking people's money with 73% gain and 13 million shares of volume. Ooh. TCAT is moving up the scans, though. Look at that. TCAT is about to hit number 4. Or it is number 4. It's going to hit number 3. It's crazy for that price point to be like that. See those a couple of times. These new supernovas aren't really supernovas anymore. Have you guys noticed that? Like in the past couple months, all these supernova plays have been like, that's a good thought. Let me think on that for a second. I'll think out loud in a second as I put the thoughts together. So I'm checking out YVR to see if I trade it, where would I trade it at? And then I want to put my lines over here. So in the past, we've seen supernovas go supernova in a day and back down to where they came from typically in that same day. That's a typical supernova. Small float, cheap shares, able to go to the moon, shorts get blown up, right? Supernova play. But now the supernovas have been multi-day runners. Not parabolics, not gap ups, not bounces. They've just been multi-day runners. I don't know, whatever's easiest, Zach. Like I don't think I think some of the things that Yunsky and I would talk about when he jumps on would be beneficial. But I don't think I don't know, I don't think any of my ramblings at this hour would be beneficial unless you could chop a video and put it out in 5 minutes times for people to see what I think about BNTC. But I don't think you can chop and slay that closely or back together. YVR is also an NFT play, so you guys got to be a little bit mindful of that. The Bitcoiners, I'm sorry, that diamond hands, that's what they're called. Diamond hands people were going to look at this as a next big thing, hype, and they try to trade it. Well, it's not, in my opinion, it's not a good business model for a company. Cryptocurrency makes a lot more sense, but having something digital that's a picture to say that you have the original, it's a collector's item. And if you like to collect things, you just remember what happened in Napster, right? The music industry, when you could own the original song. What was it, like 5 years later? Apple Music came out where you could buy the music, buy individual songs. And then 5 years after that, you had Spotify come out where you pay them $20 a month to have all music always forever. So tell me. Okay. Whatever you think's best, Zach. I'll leave that to you. I think I just don't believe in the long-term model. One second. Yep, I seen that. What are we looking at here? What is this? Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Anyways, that was my rant on NFTs. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in a lot of the hype game. It doesn't mean I won't sell them to people. I just won't own any for a long period of time. They just don't make sense to me. This company like YVR and TCAT that's showing up and doing all these things, that's just the hype on that popular sector of the, what is it? Flame of the month, whatever you want to call that thing. So I keep on jumping back and forth to BNTC, and then I'm going to go back and forth between support as well. Support is hard because support is near support. Support I don't know about. I don't know. HOFV is also kind of a NFT play, but it's not like, I don't know. Like its high a day was it's 589. Like most of these are multi-day runners that are just hanging out at support and then making a bigger gain when the bell rings. So when you understand kind of like that, you're just kind of like waiting. You're like, all right, just wait for the bell. My hair looks nutto today, doesn't it? Yes. All right. We have FOHV that just did this nice little pop here as I opened it up on screen, which is nice to see. But again, it's got to get up. It's got to get up. It's got to get up. I mean, it can, but it doesn't have any news being released on it, right? What is HOFV doing? Did HOFV make any moves since we stopped watching it? Put another screen on top of that screen? Oh, it's finding support at 3. That's a good long 3 to 340 above VWAP, then die off. So it may be a maybe. I don't want to take it though. I'm too focused on my others. TCAT is just a problem. Sorry, I'm messaging people because everyone's awake now. Everyone's awake. Wow, it feels good to be flat on the day. Sitting here only for 2 hours so far, I think. No, 3 hours, 2.5 hours. My mouse is going nutso. See, the thing is, we have two sympathy plays. We have HOFV and we have YVR that are sympathy running with our TCAT. TCAT, who's in blue skies, is bringing the others with them. So with that in mind, you have to move on to the next level. What is the next type of thing? So we have BNTC that just had a nasty rejection. I say nasty because that's a 30-cent drop, which is roughly 5% of that, when it wasn't even getting close to, well, I guess it was. That 784 was definitely resistance up here. So I guess so. But I'm not seeing. Yeah. Yep. BNC is still holding that range like we talked about this morning once we saw that 850 level. Oh, here comes the sell. That was hard. Dip buying off here at the bottom. Somebody is. You can see it. See that flash in the green? Yeah, I still like my plan on this one. Interested to see what Yunsky thinks about it when he shows up online. I'll have to talk to him about that. It's hard for me to even plan out YVR and HOFV because of TCAT's movements. So I may have to step back to those. Look at BNTC as the potential. What are you sending me? What is sending me? Hold on, I'm doing something real quick, y'all. I apologize. Somebody just sent me something I gotta look up real quick. Okay, so it costs money. Got it. All right, I gotta do that later. That was great. Thank you so much if you're listening. Thank you. That was awesome. Definitely, we'll look at that in a little bit. What happened to TCAT? Nothing. Nothing. It's holding its high support level. We're getting pretty close. Got 25 minutes to the bell. We're seeing more traders show up trading pre-market at this time. So we got to be really lightning fast, jumping around our stuff. Problem is with these other ones, they aren't gapping up high enough. So I don't really want to touch that if they don't have. Whoa, what is this? DLPN. Jumps from 6 to 12, doubles in price. Let's real quick pull it up. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? DLPN. 4 million, 5 million float, 31 million burn in cash. Dolphin Entertainment to promise you a virtual conference. They don't have news. NFTs, y'all. NFTs. Anybody says the word NFT right now, and traders are jumping all over it. This is worse than the Bitcoin hype. You know what I'm saying? This is worse than the COVID hype. There's so many people just jumping here. Because of the GameStop thing, you have so many diamond hands that are just like, oh, this is that new thing that's going to be awesome that guy on YouTube was talking about. The news is saying it. I need to buy it because the news is telling me it's going to be... Shut up. Shut up. Just give us your money at this point. Well, I have a lot more faith in my plays now because something else showed up that just flew to the moon. So the thing with BNTC is it's float slow. So with its float being low, it's got 6, obviously. It's got support at 560. It's got support at 7. It's got resistance at 850. Traders are still going to jump on it. 16 million shares of volume pre-market. Second leading gapper, 120% up. It's going to be good. What are these guys saying over here? Okay. All right, David, you watching anything or you working? What we got in here? No, it's cool, Yunsky. If you're listening, jump on whenever you can. Even if it's too close to the bell. But if you have your plans laid out, then you're good to go. I have mine. I haven't located yet. I'm going to locate late today. There's too much going on and there's too many distractions, if that makes sense, of the things that are here. So I don't want to even potentially risk myself clicking the button too soon. I'm watching too many different things, too many different sectors. NFTs are obviously a big deal right now, so I'm watching a couple of those things. But I don't think they're shorts yet. They're going to follow what TCAT does. I like more stuff that doesn't have news that's gapped up for no reason. I like stuff that's on the second day gapped up too large that doesn't have any reason. Look at HOFV before the bell. Look at that sell-off. Why is HOFV selling off? That shouldn't be selling off. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, man. You didn't miss anything, Zach. Getting a little crazy before the bell here. Got a new stock showed up. Doubled in price already. Low volume. Took number 1 spot leading. We got number 2 that's going down a little bit more because he's number 2. He took a number 2 also at the same time. And traders are starting to sell off their shares into the bell. So we have 2 things that this means. First, this means that it's trap setup time. So things are getting traps laid up. Second, it means that the buyers are sitting down and waiting patiently. We're about to find out if the shorts are waiting patiently. I don't think the shorts are waiting patiently on BNTC. It looks like they're hitting it. So it looks like that's going to pop. HOFV is finding support down here at 290. Seeing if it breaks down a little bit more. I'll take a long if it goes a little bit lower. I want to see a little bit lower though. Not really at this price point for my entry for a long. Okay, here comes the lower on HOFV, 286 now 285. Here comes HOFV down to 284. It's going to take a different screen now because YVR is getting pushed over. HOFV is becoming... Oh, there's too many lines on this chart. Oh my gosh, why did I put so many lines in this chart? That's not in play, that's not in play, that's not in play. So many lines on this chart. Grossness. That's not in play. That's in play. That's in play. That's in play. All right. Starting here. What is it? It's 285. All right. What do we got to do? Thank you. What do you got? Yeah. Yes. I'm not still on my list though. I see what you're seeing, but it's not on my main list. I'll look at it more closely, but I see what you're talking about, Yunsky. I see what you're talking about for sure. Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta fill out our PM watch list. Agreed. There's the bounce off of the 280 on HOFV. We are getting a little bit hotter. It's getting 15 minutes to the bell. Looking at this. Okay, I'm going to put this in the watch list because I think it's going to do... So HOFV has already came back up to 290 from my entry point. It's pretty cool. It's an easy small little trade. I gotta do this and this. Copy. Save watch list. Paste at everyone. I think I'm only gonna put these in here today, Yinsky. I'm not liking to put anything else in there. What do you got, girl? Make sure you try and add a Verber queue on things that you think want to be clipped. Got it. What's a Verber queue? Like a loud clapping sound? Oh, that beep. I don't have that beep programmed on my little Stream Deck anymore. That beep would be clearly a Verber queue. Burning money. Okay, so we're burning money over here. We have any... Yeah, they're burning money. Okay. I'll have to figure that out, Zach, because I know you want to look at the audio slider to be able to see where it is. I still haven't located anything, Yinsky. Haven't located anything. I'm waiting. Okay, and also give me 5 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna go stretch, do some push-ups, make sure I have my head right in the game, get some water and stuff, and come back. It's another reason why I don't have anything located. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, I'm back with the headset on because it looks like we have Yunsky that's here. Let me see. RNTC routing, I don't know what that means. Hello? Hello? Hello. All right. I don't know which microphone I'm using though. I think I'm still using my desk mic to talk to you. No, I'm using a headset to talk to you, desk mic to talk to the people that are watching. So, good things has happened on BNTC. Are you streaming today or no? Pop out. Oh, using this camera today? Okay, got it.
Yeah, because otherwise...
Whoa!
Well, what?
Well, I'm a little zoomed in on just your mouth, so...
Yeah, because you zoomed in on my phone yesterday.
Oh, I don't
know. It's because the audio on my phone isn't very good, so having to sacrifice one or the other at the moment.
I don't remember how to fix it. So you're just getting bigger and bigger. That's not what I wanted to do. I mean, this isn't terrible. I guess.
HOFV is climbing up, by the way.
Which one?
HOFV.
You mean the ice planet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost at 3.1 now.
Wow. I should have added more down there on that dip.
Mm.
Did not. Do you see what BNTC is doing though?
I mean, I see it. What are you trying to tell me?
Well, it's testing that support line at 660.
Yeah.
See that coming into play in a little bit. I'm liking the watch list today, man. Good job. I appreciate you stepping up. And whoa, that's a lot. It's expensive. It's a lot of shares. Sorry. I located some shares and it was really expensive. And I was like, whoa, that was expensive. Didn't hold on a second. Okay. Need to keep this thing in this ear. This thing is for you and this thing is for them. What is this? YVR that I've been watching all morning just did a rejection off of that top level.
I think I closed YVR. Why did I do that?
SPRT YVR. Also, here we go, 3 minutes to the bell. SPRT's on watch, but there's no volume on it, so it's just a risky trade. HOFV is obviously moving up still. How much is that one? Man, I gotta locate lots of shares on that one too.
If SPRT opens a bit weaker, I might look for a short into a bounce.
Which one?
SPRT, but it would be a quick trade. I won't probably stay in about 15-minute max if I do trade it, because it could become multi-day runner.
I think today is the number 2 day of these trades, so this could see a dip, get short stuck, and see a pop. And if it does the pop, it breaks 810, then it'll go back up to test 9. If it tests 9 and so surpasses, then it continues on the trades that I've been watching or tracking lately. Main watches, though, are not that. Main watches are the ones we spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
And let me confirm that is the ones. Watch this. Yep. I have all those located, by the way, now.
Okay.
So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for 9:45 today to do something specific. So if I don't make these trades and I just burn the locate fees, it's okay. But I'm checking something, y'all. So the big one on the watch list today, guys, that we've been talking about most of the morning is BNTC. It is the first leading gapper again, but it's already lost 20% since its high this morning. I'm gonna say this because we got 50 seconds before the bell. I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it to see what it's going to do. I have no idea at this point. HOFV, you guys already know that I'm long down there from the 280 mark on that bounce. So I'm just taking this long until they're done with it, and then I'll just sell it at that point. I don't have any feels or desires to go it.
All right, good luck, everyone.
Bell just rang, y'all. Get focused in. BNTC is going down. Going to test that 60 mark. You already know what's going to happen. Same thing with HOFV is testing that $3 mark. The other one Yunsky we have is doing nothing. No volume. YVR is going up above back to 530 where it just came from. SPRT is 680. Testing that down support. BNTC 7. $3 spot on HOFV. Held pretty nicely. BNTC going back up, testing between 690 and 7, waiting for the bounce. YVR. Wow, 50-cent gain off of $5 up to 560. Insanity. HOFV going down 290, catching support underneath 3. The music not playing. There it is. What are we doing, BNTC? There we go. Coming back. 660 now on SPRT. It's gonna bounce at some point. I can feel it coming. Looking for an ad on a long on HOFV. Drastic sell-off is too much for news. Fourth leading gapper. There's a short in it too soon. You can see. There we go. DOPN, what'd you do? DOPN selling off, bouncing now. Here comes the bounce on HOFV. There was PSTV's punch. I want to see more range on that, Yunsky. I don't know if we're going to get it, though. BNTC touching VWAP. HOFV's ad worked out nicely. BNTC touching VWAP. Oof. Red candle at VWAP. Couldn't climb back through it. HOFV struggling to get back to 3. Still early. Support still going lower, Yunsk. Bunch of shorts are hitting HOFV still. But it's holding its ground at 85. Watch for the pop. It's either going to pop down, but there's not much range on the downside. I think we're going to go up. You see that, Yunsk? Hoth?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look dead yet.
It's like it's a trap right now for a bunch of shorts. See how it's trapping right here, y'all? On this consolidation on this 10-second chart, you can really see how it's not wanting to go down. BNTC fails. BNTC rejected VWAP 70 cents. It's too big of a fail to come back and recover from. PSTV doesn't have any range anymore associated to it, Yunsk.
Yeah, did you get in PSCP?
I got in a little bit and I covered out, and I got in a little bit more, but I'm not going to be able to get to full size on that unless we see that after that bounce. SPTR is not doing much. DLPN is not doing much. YVR is moving upwards, but it's TCAT sympathy play. Here comes the short squeeze now on Hoth. Come on, you gotta break that 95 guy. $650 spot.
DLPN spiking as well.
DLPN's at VWAP going 12 right now. 12.15, it just secured 12. Very nice. It's got a lot of range associated to it, but because BNTC failed and failed VWAP push, DLPN will get the traders from it. So BNTC, if it can recover all of these levels and go back up, then it has a potential. But it's a 70 cents away now from VWAP, so we're just going to have to recover pretty hard. And I don't think so. BNTC wasn't I don't think it's a NFT play. Here comes a little stutter drop right here on Hoth. Let's see. Let's see what you're doing. Cutting it, switching. What was that loss I took on Hoth on that flip? $16 loss on Hoth on the flip to the short. That was the fail spot. Couldn't take back 3, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate, Yunsk. Dang it. I was really hoping that we get the push on it. I know it's early.
Too.
What?
Yeah, me too.
I know it's early, so we still may get a bounce, but that $3 spot was way too strong on that Hoth. Way too strong. And now it's just down here in the gutter for a sideways consolidation. Bummer, man. Are we going to get anything to trade today? Like what? Anything going to provide range?
Wonder if people are distracted by TCAT.
TCAT and DLPN. Because it's gapped up instantly 100%. And it's just consolidated up here with all this volume. Look at the scanner for how much volume it is, and then if the chart actually did. Like the stock hasn't moved.
Oh, it's NFT.
Yep. NFTs all the way, man. That's what these people are trading.
Super hype stocks currently.
Super boring hype stocks too. BNTC wasn't part of that NFT crowd, so that's why I figured it would fail, because it had no news either. I had some small news on it that a big hedge fund had purchased more shares in it, but I really think Hoth may go back to 230. I think. Check that math for me real quick, buddy, if you can.
I see 250 at least.
Yeah, I'm seeing 250 in the next 15 minutes though.
Yeah, if it does that, then it could be 2-3 grand a day.
It's just selling off. Everyone's moving to the NFTs, man. HOFV is just going downwards.
Do you think BNTC people went in it because it sounds like Bitcoin?
Yeah, I thought that too.
Because people do that, right?
People do that. Remember that last year? Or I don't know if you were here last year, but when Zoom, everybody was talking about Zoom, and they traded the ticker Zoom, but it wasn't even that ticker. It wasn't even a company anymore. And people took this company to the like 10x, and it wasn't even a company.
Funny.
It's crazy. I was like, wait a minute, what? You guys are literally trading the wrong ticker?
Yeah, but I wonder, there's gonna be a lot of people in those trades that know it's not the right ticker, but they do it knowing that other people are gonna trade it, so they want to try and ride the hype, and it ends up pushing each other up and up and up, right?
Mm-hmm.
ELPN back to life.
Mm-hmm. YVR is also
Maybe.
going up. TCAT just did something gross from 70 down to 66. $4 rejection at the top there at 70. YVR could follow suit on that after resumption. YVR is that same play. I thought YVR was going to be a play this morning because it had a direct offering at 335. But then now it's up at 6. It's above my levels. So I'm like, I don't have ideas. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't anticipate above a 6. So if it breaks what I'm thinking is going to happen, then I don't want to trade it anyways. Does that make sense? See, everything else kind of started stuttering because of the halt on YVR as it was climbing up the gap scanner. SPRT broke 650 now, man. Dang. If this ever gets a bounce, or if it breaks 615, it's a free fall. But it's not a short at this time. This is not the backside. This is a... What's I'm looking for? This is a trap side. This is the trap side.
Are you gonna make that joke on HOFV one, on the HOFV ticker?
Which one? It's icy cold.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Oh, support. Come on, find support at 650 so you can go back up to VWAP so I can definitely short you then. I don't think HOFV is a trap, man. I think HOFV is just dip buyers trying to get 5 cents out of it and just continually, it's slow death.
The volume's decent on HOFV for something that's dying.
Most of those candles are big red death candles, though.
Yeah,
you see
but
it?
still.
Most of those candles like death. This is this volume though. This one in BNTC are the volume I like to see on shorts. Like that's the volume at this time I like to see on a short. I don't like something getting up into the 80 million, 90 million, 30 minutes into the bell, or 15 minutes into the bell for that matter. I like to see it. 30 million's good. 30 million gives people enough confidence to put size on it if they need to. And consolidation for the past 5 minutes, BNTC at 640. Support, maybe finding support at 650. HOFV just ran up to 270 and jumping down. I really do feel like a sports announcer announcing these things.
Yeah.
Especially that I know David's listening, working. He's not in front of a computer.
You gotta up your tempo with your call outs.
I know. I need to just jump on it. Man, that was a sweet short though, bro. When I flipped my long to a short and hit it
Yeah.
I was $16 loss on that long. That was insane. Quick. That was quick. I like that play. Oh, support breaking 650. Kind of trying to hold. Don't know what it's gonna do. Don't know what it's gonna do.
You have to start saying SPRT because I'm like, which support? Oh,
SPRT. Yeah, that's the only one I'm using the name for because I kept on saying it wrong yesterday. PSTV is still holding 689 pretty solidly. HOFV jumped back down below to 670, and BNTC is still holding that 645 level, man. It's consolidating there sideways. I mean, I'll recycle BNTC if it goes back up above too much, but I'm hoping that it does a fake out then a crash. But this is the time that I'm expecting the fake out to come. There's this SPRT going below 650 down to 640. It's another 10-cent range. That's now a $1 range on that ticker. I didn't like it because it was not gapped up enough for the fail. I was expecting the sideways consolidation or at least a pop and a drop. BNTC just did a fake out candle. Can it come to fruition at 660? Can it come to fruition and drop down? Oh, this may be the takeout. May either be the short squeeze, or the takedown of the longs. May have just trapped him.
Sorry to interrupt. I just saw on the stream that in my window, I can see your short locate.
Oh yeah, you
your
can.
Short locate window.
I just think I fixed it.
Yeah, it's done.
So that everybody knows I'm not lying.
Fortuna saying in chat, if we should add a verbal cue if you want something clipped, like clip that.
You should have clipped that HOFV switching that short to that long. You should have clipped that. Look at YVR. Look at YVR.
I've not got YVR in chat. I'm not interested in it.
No, just look at it. Just look.
Just look at it.
Just look.
I'm seeing it.
You see that? Watch what's going to happen.
I'm not going to short that.
Watch what's going to happen. It's going to come. It's coming. Here it comes. Get ready for it. Right now, David, I know you can't see. YVR just came out of the halt. At 640 it halted. It opened up at 680. Red candle down. 3 million red candle. Death candle. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Do you believe me yet? Not yet?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet?
Are you in it?
Not yet. Yeah, you don't believe me. Why would I be in it?
Well, it doesn't matter what I believe, right? That is what you believe.
I'm already in it.
Ooh, BNTC is down.
BNTC's proving to be correct play for the day so far. Started on YVR.
The LPN has done the opposite of BNTC.
Yep. You know why?
Testing higher pay.
You know why I believe that is? BNTC was older than DLP, whatever that one. DLPN.
Oh, it's halted.
DLPN?
DLPN's halted.
Halted going up?
Yeah.
So it's going to take the attention away from YVR when it comes back.
Interesting. That didn't seem too drastic a movement.
Could be a news halt. Check out the halt level of why it halted. Yeah, there's no good support levels or resistance levels on DLPN for me to enjoy that trade, if that makes sense.
It does, but I want you to focus on YVR right now.
I'm looking at it. Debating on what I'm going to do in a second. What is TCAT at right now?
Hanging around high up day, 67.
Okay. Closed YVR. YVR is going to be a squeezer today. So Let's focus back on HOFV real quick. Insky, HOFV is climbing back up to the middle of that death candle. See that? 290. Is HOFV going to test VWAP? Ooh, 280, massive sells at 280. What was that about? Just huge red on that. What is going down, HOFV? Did not like that 290 level. Whole bunch of either sells or shorts hit it at 280.
Are you still liking it though? Look at it. Look at it go.
HOFV?
It again. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I'm getting squeezed on it right now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. YVR is getting punched pretty hard. Check this out. Check this out, guys. Look what TCAT's doing. Look at this TCAT whip. 72 new highs again. Again. HOFV is the big important one. HOFV is the important little bounce right here. If this bounce fails, then we're going to see a flush down to 260 again. So I'm trying to pay attention to that. I'm also watching this YVR one over here to see, because it squeezed me once with a little bit of size. So now I'm going to see if that was the definite top or if it's going to be setting up for an ABC or we're going to see a flash down. I'm not sure yet. DOPN is still halted. NFTs, DOPN. NFTs. YVR is holding that 660 level though. Why does it say 4? I want day, not 4. That's weird. There we go. There's that 270 like I just called out on HOFV. If that failed, and it did, there was your death candle. Oh, a partial death candle. It's got to break down to 260 to do that. YVR is struggling at that 60 level. So we're going to see, what do we got on the level 2 over here? What do we got? Who's sitting here? Nobody. They're at 50. This is just little babies hanging out. There they are. There's 20,000 people at 660. 30,000 at 666. That's the devil's number. Get them. Get them. Throw your angels on them. Get them. They're trying to hold that devil number, Yuski. Don't even say the devil number. He'll start to mess with your mind and your trades.
Yeah, look how fast it bounces up.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, I've been short in these kind of actions before, and I never ended well.
It's ended well?
So it's never ended well.
You saying it ended perfectly, just like you planned?
It never started well, let's say.
Never started well. Yeah, it's not starting well.
It might have ended well eventually, but yeah, this is one, if anyone's watching it, YVR.
It's on charts.
Yeah, I would be patient on this one. As you know, it's squeezed Ben already, so it's too early to tell what it's going to do yet. So
720 is not creating a triple top. It's got room for a drop, but the problem is, y'all, it's an NFT play, so it's gonna be going with the DOPR crew, the TCAT crew, all these other crews it's gonna be running with. So it's a gangster right now. And
DOPN resumed, by the way.
DOP's back alive.
Yep.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you. So let's see. This YVR is just one of those things. You can't trust its range. It had a direct offering at 335, so you can't trust that it's high like this, because it doesn't make sense to have a direct offering and to go up in value. So really wait for the backside on it. It's not a really good standard position that we like to see. BNTC is just consolidating down here at 6. It's this is consolidation from pre-market before that spike, so I expect this consolidation to fail to go down to test the 560 level. HOFV is back down to 570 off of that high, so the next thing we're looking for is the test back again of 260 on it. YVR just jumped off of 7 and went back down to 690. So if you can break down under 680, you got to test that 660 and then those demons down there. And once you break the demons in Jesus' name, then you'll go down to 620. But if you don't do those things in that order, then it ain't going to work. It is a battle, though, because there are shorts that are hitting this. I can see them. And there's not very many longs. Remember, you're looking for your exit targets of pre-market high, pre-market consolidation, and pre-market low. So if you don't top tick this, you don't want to short it underneath pre-market highs because then you're risking huge risk to very small reward potential. And you don't want to be too early on this either because this is a whipper. It's going to whip you. Probably choke you too. And you don't want that. Well, maybe you do want that. I don't know. I don't know what you're into. Yunsky, what do you see?
I'm just posting something in the HiveMind group chat.
What are you posting? Ben's talking too much this morning. Drinking my water. I swear it's water. You can't drink a glass of vodka that's this early like that. There was another flush, 670. Not yet, not yet. It was a trap flush. Can't do it. Can't trust it. Time frame's not right. We got to climb back on Hoth, back up to 275 off of that 269 level. Very nice. YVR's struggling to get back above 680. I think a buyer left. Let's see. Let's see if he set up a trap or if he's real. We got 4 red candles in a row. Million and a half, million and a half, 700,000. 1 minute candles. It's a pretty deep sell-off, isn't it? I don't know. The last one's flipping green right now. We could see a little squeeze here. We've seen it before. Here we go. Testing 7 again. See if they run into that wall at 720 again.
I think it's going to make a new higher day.
Think so?
Yeah, I've got a feeling. The way that the green's moving. Yeah, I don't like it.
Looks like they're either trying to do what you're saying or they're trying to cause a fake out to make buyers believe that same thing and then to pull the rug. So that's the two things that I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, the thing with I'm kind of watching some charts at the same time. The thing with NFT related stocks, the reason why it makes it extra unpredictable for me today is because of what I've seen with TCAP.
Yeah,
which is absolutely insane, and it's not going to be just us seeing that. A lot of people are going to be seeing huge hype around it. And when you get additional traders in a stock that they don't normally touch, then they'll do things that are usually less predictable. Like with DLPN, I'm surprised it's holding this level.
Sorry, I am zoned in for a second. I'm listening to you, but I really can't understand what you're saying.
That's fine. The stream can hear me. So DLPN, it looked like it was going to fail. Then it just shot up through VWAP and halted there. It's looking bullish in my opinion because it's hanging around quite strongly around high of day. BNTC looks like it is just going to be a clean drop because it's not NFT, so no one cares about it. YVR is a risky one because of, again, similar to DLPN, it's kind of hanging around high of day, not as close. There you go, DLPN, look at that. Not surprised with that. So be careful with YVR if anyone else is in that, because that could follow suit very easily. Looks like it's not though, the volume's staying quite low. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm resetting my average on it right now to see. I think you're right on it. So I want to have a better average if I get squeezed. Which this could be the possible squeeze or this could be the big fake out. think it's too low to do the big fake out yet though, because it needs to fake it out at the 7 to 720 mark, and it's only faking out at the 7. Whoa, how did it fill me there? That's a crap average. What? That's not good. I just realized where it filled me a starter at. Ready? Let's see. This would be annoying if I get squeezed big here. Does that make sense? That's how bad my average was on my starter. Here it comes.
Talking about YVI, yeah?
Yeah. Everything else I'm okay with. And there it was. Ah, it's annoying. Okay, so YVR, DLPN, TCAT are all following each other's suits. So, that was 2 losses in a row on that one.
DLPN halted going up.
Yeah. YVR is going to now take the cake going higher on it. Because it's there. So, looking at BNTC for my exit strategy. And I think it's going to be an all-day fader. So I'm waiting for the bounce on it to see. PSTV, I'm disappointed in. Hoth, I've kind of expected this to be exactly what it's doing. And YVR is very surprising to me. It's behaving a lot like AMC. When AMC did the direct offering and nobody cared, they still bought it. That's what YVR is doing, in my opinion. And it's going to keep pushing high of day. But we know from these particular tickers, Yunsky, that they will die at one point of the day, and then they will just die. But right now, it's just a lot of shorts in it now. The backside has to be on a consolidation. We know this pattern. I'm calling it. No more trades on this until the next time frame for me. So I'll look at this again in 45 minutes to see what it's done. I'm not going to even try to take a long on it because it's above my price point for longs. So I lost twice on YVR, both manageable, both with not even full size, both with half sizes. So didn't even get to fully add because too much strength. Second one was done by the fills.
TCAT looking insane, still challenging new high day down there. Yeah, I think we're in the height of the hype for NFTs.
Yep.
Personally, I'm not going to touch anything NFT related until TCAT dies, because I'm just gonna assume a lot of people are going to be following NFTs now, all NFT stuff.
Yep, I agree.
Walking in, and just to explain to the people why the others are sympathy plays. You know, traders will see TCAT, or Robin Hooders or regular people will see TCAT and think, "Ah, damn, we missed it on this one. It's gone up $64 already. What's another NFT related stock I can jump on?" And then they'll look into YVR or DLPN, because compounded with the news that they've received as well, which is arguably not the best news, but you don't need the best news for a short spike. And this is what these guys are looking for. So
check out HOFV.
yeah,
My target entry on this was 496 and then 520 for a short.
could still get there.
Yep.
I don't think it reached 520.
but now I see its bottom is 450 or 450-ish.
Yeah, but I'm seeing a lot of resistance around 520, so I'll be surprised if it gets too close to it. If it does, then it's potentially bullish. I'll be careful. I'm always telling you to be careful.
YVR just jumped off of that. Yeah, YVR just jumped off of that 750 to set up more shorts, because that's not a short yet.
Yeah, if you look at the lows, we're getting high lows, so high lows and still above VWAP. So strong.
Yeah, holding 7, holding the half dollar, holding the whole dollar. It's gonna be those half dollar, whole dollar plays. Big wall at 484 on HOFV was just hit with 60,000 shares of selling pressure. What? What?
What?
60,000 shares of selling pressure at 484 on HOFV. It's just got flipped to SSR too after I got filled on my starter.
The OPN is back.
All right, so I'm in quite a few number of trades.
I'm in no trade. I'm fine though. I'm good. Here we go. YVR and the LPN both looking potentially like they might turn around to be bearish now.
No, I won't touch it till VWAP short.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying this could be the start of the end.
Maybe. you hear the none. You hear the none.
What?
The not optimistic in my voice. It's that devil number is in play, 666. So I'm just waiting for the devil number to go away, and then I'll hit it. Like right now. There we go. Eat it. Eat it.
Eat it.
I did. I hit it hard.
So what you're in? What are you in right now? YVR, BNTC, HOFV.
YVR, HOFV, PSTV, HOFV, and BNTC. I'm in everything on my screen right now.
So you see this, David? How we talked about different styles of traders. We have Ben over here, who clicks buy or sell on
all of them.
Buy or short on anything that moves.
Not necessarily. I have criteria. I have standards.
I have standards.
I do have standards.
On the other hand, I have higher standards.
Yeah, you have much higher standards. My standards are like I don't eat meat. Yours are like I only eat the finest meat.
Not like you. No, but I mean, hopefully I've explained it clearly why I'm hesitant to enter any of the stocks that Ben is in.
I mean, Yunsky, come on, man. Like, I just pulled the trigger. I do what Duck said: close one eye and click the button, and then follow your plan. So I created plans on all of these. I did break my rule just now, and I got into YVR before 10:30. But that VWAP though, man, that VWAP test. Oh, I can't say his name. Is that like the he who should not be named? We got to find another word for him, though. You know what? I'm going to call him Steve. One's going to be Steve. One's going to be called Toss Up. Get it? Toss Up.
Inside jokes, David. Inside jokes. Don't worry.
Don't worry, David.
Is David, are you trading today or are you working?
No, he's working. He was on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, man. I'm just trying to be entertaining. These things, this is really hard. Like, really, I'm being squeezed on 2 of them right now. And I'm just like, whatevs. If it doesn't work out it's going to go against me. I lose a little bit of money, but the other ones are working out very well in my favor so far. So I'm just like, whatevs. That YVR crash through VWAP is going to hurt some longs, and then they're going to panic out and sell out because all the attention from DLPs dropped down also, along with the TCAT. TCAT's pulled back from its high, so that break of VWAP on that YVR would be like, Zach, we need sound effects. We need sound effect buttons so I can just press a sound effect. I don't think Zach. Oh yeah, this delay is weird. Hoth, though, man, it's holding this band of 270 between 270 and 280 right now on Hoth, and I'm just kind of annoyed because it's really close to my entry point, so it's just really annoying me. YVR, my entry point is a little bit lower, so it's squeezing me a little bit, but I don't really care. I expected this to do this, and if it goes up a little bit higher, then I'm just going to take the third loss and be like, Ben, you broke your own rule on it because you got in too soon. You said 10:30, and you got in before 10:30, and I'm like, I know. I also blah, 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 blah. Hoth broke out of the 280. It's going up to 285 now, so that's getting a little bit of squeeze with some weird volume showing up on that. I'm not a fan of that, Mr. Hoth. I don't like this. You're too cold. I mean, technically, that is still fine. You just released news, so people are going to think that you're a good stock, but then you just fake them out and crash them. Why don't buyers see this on the charts, y'all? Why don't they see that it goes up and then it dies off and there's a red candle? Like, I don't understand. They're just literally trying to target and squeeze shorts, and sellers, like short sellers, don't pay attention to that, and they end up getting squeezed themselves because they don't see what's happening right in front of their face. Like,
that's quite a big 1 minute volume candle.
Yeah, it's a short getting squeezed. It's a short covering and a short getting squeezed. They're doing it to themselves. I'm not worried until my stop loss is in sight, and it's not in sight yet.
So one of the things that might attribute Hoth not dying so cleanly is because it's what I mentioned to you, I think, on private Discord chat. It hadn't gapped up enough.
Yep.
So that tells me there's plenty of room for it to spike.
Except that 290 area has a hidden massive seller at it.
Yeah, I see it.
That's the only so that's the only thing that I think I have going for me. What is this over here? What's going on? What? Yeah. Yeah, you insane, buddy. You insane. Why are you so insane? You can dwell on that. I'm going to go over here. YVR cracked VWAP 640.
Even I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
That's what I'm talking about. Steve. Yeah, you're right, but it's not There's so many other factors that go into this stuff now, man. Like, so many other factors. It's not just about the patterns anymore. It's really focused on psychology. You have to understand what these people are doing. We've really morphed into a new market, a completely new market after these diamond hands people, because you have a bunch of these little guys thinking that they can take out these big hedge funds, which is absurd.
1 second. Does HOFV have new news? What's going on?
No, at 9:40 it had its last news, and it's 30 minutes dissemination now. So this is just the dissemination of these news.
Kind of struggled with your words there.
It's squeezing me because I have size on this one. So I'm like, if I start covering, it's gonna increase the squeeze for other people. And I still know that 290 seller is really, really big. So whoever is trying...
To be honest, if the range was bigger, I would probably take a starter size here.
Yeah, this is the starting size if I had covered on the other stuff, but I didn't cover on the other stuff. So this is also recycle.
Yeah, my planned entry is a lot higher, so the risk reward isn't good enough for me down here. And so I stay away. The LPN looks like it might be dead.
Don't tell me that. I can't trade 6 tickers at the same time.
You don't have to.
I can't. I can't tell.
Fortuna saying, give me notes on what sound effects you want in Discord. I'll get them.
Just pre-records of me making sounds. That's sus. You know, just my own buttons. My own noises, so I don't have to make noises with my mouth. I can make them with buttons. That doesn't make sense, does it? YVR, testing VWAP again. See if it's going to fail. There was a massive sell-off at 650. So we're going to see if that massive sell-off can be repurchased back up there on that YVR nonsense. If it can, it's going to pop through. Hoth is going to test that VWAP. Are we going to get a spike? Are we going to get a spike? Should I help it spike, Yunsky? I don't know. See, the problem is it keeps going right up to that level. 295, y'all, on Hoth is a very important pivotal level, which is also where the VWAP came down to. So you have 2 forms of resistance right now, but if that gets broken, you also have 2 forms of support. So you got to pay really close attention to what this is going to do at this level. I'm following my plan on it, which sometimes following your plan does hurt, but you got to follow your plan. No, huge seller, and he ain't going away. Whoa, 100,000 share seller at 98. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? And you're still trying to take him out?
I mean, he's up against quite a lot of buyers right now, so
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Extreme. But no one notices that they're buying into a seller. Let's see. He hasn't been taken out yet because some people panicked out and recycled and went back down. This is getting to be that time frame though that I like to see also. If I hit it, I gotta hit it the other direction at the same time. But I'm trying not to. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Back down to 90s. HOFV just jumped off back down to 450 also. Come on, Hoth. I need you to do the same thing, buddy. You were my not risky trade today. No way. You gonna go? No, you can't go. Somebody keeps on putting 10,000 share blocks on the sell side, man, and people are still trying to. Very weird. Are you watching level 2 on Hoth?
No, I'm listening to your comments, Renee. I trust you.
Okay.
I'm actually keeping a close eye on the volume.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in when I said I probably would have cut it by now. I don't like the volume.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 50% of its gain right now, and it's gathering a lot of volume.
It's gathering friends.
Also, I feel like it's the calm before the storm on DLPN and YVR. I mean, for your sake, I hope I'm wrong.
Wait, the calm before what storm? On VR, what? DLPN and YVR?
Yeah.
This is dying down. Like, YVR is going down. And you think it's going to go back up?
Something doesn't feel right. That's all I'll say.
I mean, I know. I hear what you're saying. So, where is the reversal spot that it's going to find support at? I see 592.
This is just a gut feeling, right? I mean,
because it halted. Like, this is, if it breaks down here, this is the new low after the halt. Because this is where we resumed at, was 625.
But here's the multi-day runner.
Which one? YVR or Hoth?
YVR, day 2 on YVR.
Yeah, feel that. Feel that. Man, they just rebounded off of 90. I don't know, Hoth. You're trying. You're trying to get them shorts to cover. I see what you're doing there, because you need to help take down that big seller. So you're hoping that you'll get a short bounce cover into the... back into it. What is that? BNTC is struggling at the 565, but it's okay. We're still early. And then HOFV just rejected 450 and going back up to 460. And here's YVR breaking down that 625 level, going down 619. Let's see if Hive can go test 6 real quick. Focusing back on Hoth, though, because Hoth is about to hit that 297, 296, 298. The seller's still there. He's still there. He hasn't sold off. He hasn't been taken down. He actually moved his order a little bit cheaper. Oh, it's a big one at 98. And it's gone. I'm out. Flipped. Let's see.
You're very brave when you do the flip thing. I couldn't do it. Almost halted then, right?
Yeah. No. That's gross.
Oof.
See, what I learned, if it's not one direction, it's the other. And you got to anticipate which direction it's going. You got to get on the waves. And when you're rolling with a big size, even on a small position, a big share size, stops quick. You're either right or you're wrong. And the faster you can realize that, and you don't take any ego from it, then you only take away a small loss, and you stick to your guns on that small loss, and you're like, it's okay, whatever. So you have to just anticipate the flip and pay attention to it, and then not let FOMO get in your way. It is, man. Nothing goes sideways. Even in a sideways market, it still goes bouncing up and down within 10 cents.
Are you responding to my comment in chat?
Correct.
Okay.
Every 60 seconds, 1 minute passes. Look at that. Look at that reversal again. Hoth is going to hurt some people's feelings here, and we know it's not going to go above 3 because I just flipped it long with 8,000 shares at that tip top there, and it didn't do anything. So we know something's going to yucky's going to happen. That big candle's flipping to red, man. That was insane when that happened. We'll see. We'll see. I know you're trying to do it again. Yep. It's another short getting squeezed out. I'm not full size in, so I don't care. The squeeze is still acceptable to me. It's going to have a hard time fighting against all this pre-market volume anyways, going up higher to 317. So these are technically ad spots.
Before pre-market high, this was my around my initial entry right here, but I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, you can't touch it now. Volume's insane.
Exactly. Look at that DLPN.
Yep.
Not quite a storm, but it's definitely reversed. T-cut as well, bouncing up. DLPN challenging high of day.
It's gonna get a nasty pop.
Yeah. Of course, we're gonna get squeezed.
Hey, do me a favor real quick, Yinsky, and send me the link for our live stream so someone else can watch it in private Discord quick, so I can post it to somebody else. This is one of the guys I want to send it to.
Why don't you just get it from our YouTube?
Oh, because I'm really focused on 5 different trades right now. So.
Lazy ass.
Correct. Correct. If you were in 5 different trades and asked me to make you some tea, I would still call you no.
I wouldn't ask you. I can't drink right now. Why are you bringing me tea? Go away.
I'm sweating too much to drink. This is my jam though that just started playing.
Don't hear it. Can't hear it.
I know you can't. It's sad. Whoops, that was the wrong thing. Edit, delete, enter, delete. It sent me the wrong thing. Why did this not work? Copy, link.
Me?
No, me. There we go.
Oh. How's work, David? Gonna keep me entertained? I'm not in any trades. I'm not sweating.
Not swearing? Please don't swear. So, sweating. I am covering half of YVR right here, and I'll look to get in back at VWAP. I made back my loss. No, I didn't. Did not make back all my losses on it, but I made back one of my losses on it, so I'm good with that. HOFV is continuing to play with the 310 area, just like it was doing pre-market and failing miserably. So I'm just watching to see if it's going to fail miserably again to size back up. I mean, you could take a trade on the backside of HOFV when it forms itself and the volume starts to die out. That massive red candle, those 2 massive red candles are indicative of what's going to happen in a little bit. But you got to let this news disseminate out and people give it like 30 minutes to fight. Anyways, this is the 10:30 mark that's coming up too. So it's a good time frame for trading.
Oh.
What?
Guess who's in our Discord?
Did he get in?
Yeah.
Did he finally get
Zach,
in?
Zach, do you want to check David's Discord so we can see our other channels?
Yeah, make sure our first official, do we call him a student, is set up properly.
He's a fellow B. Ooh, Hoth, look at that. You're still long, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not long. I'm short.
He's doing weird things both directions, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Hoth is doing phenomenal things. Do you see the band that it's forming right here of this consolidation zone? Oh, this is perfect. You know what this means usually, right? This is forming a consolidation zone, which is either a resistance or a support zone. So that pop just now broke out of the consolidation zone going up. Right? Right? So now, if it flushes down below it, you're going to have a panic sell-off all the way down underneath 80. But with this volume still increasing on these buys, then it's more like, oh, HOFV just jumped off a cliff. That was a 30-cent drop in a second. Oh, man. Hoth is still going, push 217. Let me see what's up there. There's so many sellers, man, on Hoth. Everywhere. It's so weird that they're still pushing this into the sellers, like taking control of the float. They should know when they take control of the float, they can't do anything. It doesn't go anywhere.
Big sellers, but a lot of little buyers usually makes it grind like this.
Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. See? See? Mm-hmm. Look at that sell off down to 297 again. Touching the VWAP, you get the VWAP dip buyers. This selling, if this selling increases, it causes that panic. It has to break underneath the 292, 290-ish area, and then it'll flash. It'll flash down. Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, you covered that. That makes possible sense. Super cool, man. Good job, Zach. Good job, Zach, on that. Thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. Currently, I'm trading VYR, HOFV, PSTV, HOTH, BNTC. Holy junk, man. That's a lot of tickers today, even for a Tuesday. There goes YVR cracking 6 now on the test. I'm adding on that 6 test because that support at 592 is pretty weak. Let's see if that does.
Ooh. Tik-Tok, has it halted going down? Almost.
Is it? Is this the sell-off? That means... that would make sense under why. Here comes that 593 on YVR, y'all. $3 holding on Hoth, which makes sense because that's the VWAP level also, and that support's pretty close to it. Remember how long it took us to get above $3? It took us like a good 15 minutes, a whole bunch of volume to get above it. So that's possible for that to crash down. BNTC best trade of the day. I'm still expecting it to go lower. I'm still holding that one. I should have sized in more, but I didn't. HOFV on that drop that happened 2 minutes ago with that much volume, I'm surprised that this dip buyer is still holding himself at 440. It's very crazy, very crazy. What do you got over here? Oh yeah, if you're just tuning into the YouTube, man, give me a thumbs up if you like this stuff. Give me a thumbs down if you hate my guts. Either way, it helps the Google algorithm and makes Yinsky smile more. So I would appreciate it. If you want to watch me every day talk for hours and hours and hours, then go ahead and click subscribe and click that little bell, because I go live in the mornings now. I've been doing this now for the last week and this week. Go live in the morning pre-market, start talking about stocks. I talk a lot. I go through a lot of different analysis on them, fundamentals, psychological, previous resistance supports, SEC filings, all that fun stuff that we look at. Look at mid cap, small cap, micro cap, large cap. If I get really bored, I look at the big blue chip guys. Hoth just broke under 293. Come on, 292. Let's go. Break it down. There it goes. 290. Hoth 288. Here we go. Hoth, keep falling back down to where you came from. I got a better average at you, and I'm happy to take your money. YVR is holding at this 591 level, which is support, but it's okay. This is actually this is pre-market highs on YVR, y'all. Let me pull up the chart so you can see what I'm talking about. Everything is going red right now. Even large caps are going red. So something happened in the actual world, which is nice when you're a short trader, right? Except for BNTC. BNTC had somebody cover, so it's going back up to 6, whatever. All right. So 592 was the pre-market highs right here. So the next spot I'm looking at for testing on what we're going to do is going to be the pre-market consolidation, which is about 536. Ultimate support is going to be 464 in the day, so I don't know if that one's going to hit. But that target of 536 is kind of low, so I'm gonna probably go with the 572, 10 cents more. I'll cover half. HOFV is continuing to just drop now. Everything is going in my favor at this moment, Yunsky. Making back my losses on my HOFV squeeze and my YVR squeeze as we speak. As I speak and you listen. Which is strange. Look at this though, y'all. BNTC, looks like we had the 1030 crew show up and they're like, we need to do something, so we're gonna do this. And yeah, short cover, obviously. Buyer, short cover, buyer, short cover, buyer, reshort. See it on the 10-second? You can kind of tell who these people are. You can tell what they're doing by the rate in which they cover. Somebody was in obviously late here, so he was breaking even to try to get a better average to reshort. But once he saw it wasn't going any higher, he reshorted at the same level he shorted in the first place. This is what I call FOMO short sellers. HOFV, I don't really have an exit target on it, which is really bad because it already blew past both of them. So, Yunsky, any help on that one? HOFV.
No help. I'm
Thanks.
looking at a potential trade.
No way! What trade? You're looking at trading this late in the day? What?
The OPN, yeah.
What? I don't have any money. I don't have any money to trade.
The drops on Tik-Tok and YVR, that didn't really happen with the OPN.
Okay. So there's a reason for that, right?
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened yet.
Reason.
You can't see a
exactly.
reason. What was the news on DOPN? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, it's the NFT, man.
NFT partnership, yeah.
And it's the newest one, right? It's making. It hasn't cracked its lowest lows yet. It's still making higher lows. I don't know. Not for me. I'll say it. I said it like 5 times to many different people. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me.
Why not for you?
Because, so first, it is the brand new today NFT play. DLPN hasn't been here any other day. So it's the new kid on the block. So it's sexy. It's fresh. YVR isn't fresh. It's not new. People have already been lost money on it. People walked away from it. TCAT is like the bully on the yard. He's already taken a whole bunch of short people's money. He's already made a lot of people rich, and he's still going. He's just beating people up. So he's the focus. DLPN is the cool new kid that shows up. So DLPN could still have strength in it, or DLPN could completely flop and flip over. But with the market turning red, that's important to understand and to even look up on why. Like AMD, mRNA, Spotify, Tesla, GameStop, all flipped red. Microsoft didn't. Microsoft's not that gained that much, and Target didn't. But those are the big 10 that I usually watch to kind of give me a sector-wide approach rather than just staring at the S&P 500 or the Dow, because that's just boo-boo sauce. But for those that many to flip red that were green this morning, they were all green, tells me there's a bear in the market. So hopefully the bear doesn't get shot in the face. The bear gets shot. It's not good. You know, I should have sized in more on PSTV when I was sizing in initially, because I was expected to exit about 10 cents ago, and it's still going lower. So it's actually flipped red on the day. Did you see this? Did you see PSTV?
Sorry, I'm still focused on DLPN.
Oh, you still okay? I did not convince you to take that trade. Okay. I mean, you do you, boo. You have math skills, and you're a mathematician wizard. So
I'm not using math at this point. I'm using
you're not using math.
Sympathy play.
Okay, chat. Hey, everybody in chat, including Zaki, what do you guys think? Let's get a 1 to 10 on if he should take the DLPL trade. 1 being it's going to make you $1, and 10 being it's going to make you $10. That's what I want to see in the chat. Not a yes or a no.
Oh, so you think it's going to make me some money?
I know it's going to make you some money because you don't ever lose.
Oh, okay. No, I do. Well, I'm happy right now.
Did you get in?
Yeah. Check the timestamp of the in the main chat, Discord main chat.
Hold on, Discord main chat. User verification. Main chat. Oh, I see you. I see you there. Okay, cool.
And look at the timestamp.
Send it to 8. Victoria says she's already shorted it. Look, you got teammates, dude.
There we go.
Victoria's trading today. What? Way to go.
Victoria knows.
Victoria knows what's up. She don't play around either. She probably hit that thing with like $300,000 and was like, F you, DLPN. My boy Yunski's in this. I'm going in full size. Send it to the moon. By the way, great. If you're watching, great GME play. Great GME play. That was a great entry. You have a little bit of consolidation resistance down here that you're going to have to get through. But once you get, why is my line not showing up? That's annoying. Once you get through that 172, that is going to give you a $30 range because that's going to be a flush down to 42. That doesn't count because that all was wiped out. So you're going to have a nice trade on that if you can stay. But I definitely want to run a quick stop on GME if you're in it. Same thing with AMC. I got out of that yesterday. I should have held it overnight. I had a good enough average too. Good enough. I don't know if it's good enough, but I had a good average to it. I didn't look to even re-short it today. I was pretty well off on it. I only made like $100, $200 on it, and was like, this is fine. And then looking at it this morning, it's going down. So we are moving into the diamond hands, are leaving and going towards NFTs. Now, if you haven't heard me rant about NFTs before, NFTs are like the Bitcoin hype, like the COVID hype, like the everything else hype. Nice.
But serious money is going in on NFTs. Have you seen how much is being spent on them?
Sure, if you believe the news, absolutely, I agree with you there. But just like serious money was going in on GME.
I think it was someone bought a collection of an artist's work for like 60 million.
Mm-hmm. And I took screenshots of it. I'm just kidding. I didn't because I don't care about artwork.
I was gonna say like you're like you're an NFT hater, I can tell. But apparently, so
I have a virtual Pokemon card collection. Sorry.
But I think the reason why he did it, the buyer, I need to double check, but they can sell parts of it to people. So they only need to sell, like, let's say you have 100,000 small pieces of that 60 million 60 million NFT that you bought. Mm-hmm. They only need to sell it for a small amount, and a lot of people are going to buy that small amount, and ultimately you make a profit from that. So you kind of essentially creating your own stock for people to buy. Does that make sense?
Brother, I mean, yes, I hear you loud and clear.
But
I agree. I think that there's not enough. Like, here's my deal. When drones first came out.
Wait. I'm not trying to convince you. Okay, you can believe whatever you want.
I just think it's too soon. Just like I thought Bitcoin was too soon when it hit $500, because there wasn't enough merchants that accepted Bitcoin. So there was nowhere to use your Bitcoin at unless you bought drugs in the black market. So you were a black market dealer that dealt with that. And
if you were in soon on Bitcoin, where would you be today? So there's a reason why people are getting in early, right?
Bitcoin makes more sense though. It's a form of currency used to buy and sell stuff. NFTs are more of a collectible item that is something that can be reproduced or mass produced. That's like having a shoe collection and you're so excited because you have every pair of Jordans at size 9 and somebody may want them, but they wear a size 10.
But it's not the same. It's like saying, oh oh yeah, people aren't gonna want to buy the Mona Lisa because they can just draw a woman just standing in the middle of nowhere by themselves. It's not the same thing.
It's not. It's a picture.
Sound like a boomer. Get with the times. Get on your TikTok. Everyone's like on NFTs.
Bro, I would love NFTs if they sold specific things that you could display your NFTs on. Like if I had a small baby picture frame that was immediately wireless, that was connected to my girl, that's sold by Amazon, that I can't say her name because she'll hear me in this other room. If she can display the pictures on the walls, then it would make sense to me. But I can do that now with my 6 monitors that I have, and I can just put up a picture of
that's exactly
a
why
mountain
you're not a fan
and a
of them.
beautiful thing.
Because you don't see NFTs as how other people would.
Okay, Zach, how do you see an NFT? A non-trader. How do you see NFTs? And if you say what's an NFT, I'm going to be not surprised. Not surprised. So YVR just claimed back from $70 to $6 whole. So I'm looking at this now with this massive volume candle to see if it's going to reject it and flash back down, or I'm just going to cut it and take my profit and smile. Zach doesn't know what an NFT is. Okay, Zach, an NFT is a non-fungible token. Online artists that create artwork sell their artwork via non-fungible tokens that basically have an encryption key built into them that says they are originals and not copies. Similar to music that used to be shared online before Spotify came out. Yunsky. But anyways, I'm not a hater. I am a hater. So NFTs are created, like YouTubers can create an NFT specific video and sell it to somebody so that person can own the original video